Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more. With the crush of news this week, coronavirus, all the states closing down gun stores and then opening them back up and everything else, you probably missed this story because the media completely missed it, but this is good news. The National Shooting Sports Foundation, I'm reading from their release, is pleased to report that unintentional firearms fatalities, that would be gun accidents that result in death, reached their lowest level ever, according to the latest data from the National Safety Council's just released Injury Fact Report of 2018. Let me go over that again. Now, they've been keeping these records since 1903. So we have 100 million gun owners. We don't know how many firearms we have in the country. And yet accidental gunshot deaths are at the lowest point ever in more than 100 years. Not the rate, this is important, not the rate, the actual number. Millions and millions and millions more guns and fewer gun deaths, accidental gun deaths. So for those who keep saying the only way to really reduce this is to get rid of guns, is to reduce the number of guns, actually, empirically, that is incorrect. I'm trying to be kind here. Let's see. I want to drop down and pick up June on line 4 out of Hurricane, Utah. June, thank you for your patience. You're on Gun Talk. How can we help you?
Actually, I wanted to make a comment about the number of guns disappearing from gun stores. It's happening here, too. But we have a few gun stores still open. Ace Hardware, and it's still got guns. But my point is, I am 80 years old. I didn't pick up a gun, did not have gun shooting in my family till I was 72.
Wow.
I fell in love with it and started competing in tactical pistol, and then went to 3-gun. And kind of the highlight of my career about a year and a half ago was competing in the national 3-guns. But my point is that women should not be afraid to get into it no matter how old they are. And it's a really good thing to do to keep your mental acuity sharp, because you're learning something new and you're having to figure things out and think about it. It's really important for us as we age to keep that mental acuity going. Another little tip, and I am an NRA pistol instructor, is I don't mean to be mean, but it's really best that if the husband does not teach the wife to handle the gun.
Thank you. Absolutely true. I always tell the husband, you cannot participate in this. You cannot teach them. You need to go somewhere else.
Yes, exactly. Because, number one, they tend to choose a gun because it's smaller, and that doesn't mean the recoil is less, especially if you're talking a revolver.
Right.
And number two, they think it's okay. The noise does not bother them. And if you take a woman to the range and she hasn't shot before, and she hears all that noise, that is going to turn her off. I don't care if she gets to shoot or not. So the best thing to do is what your previous caller said, is handle the gun at home. Don't use a target. Do the dry firing. Teach muzzle position. Teach finger off the trigger. All those things, not at the range, because. And then, if possible, if you can give her a small .22 pistol to use, or even a rifle, a 10-22, because the noise is minimal. Those are things to start with. And I'm just giving some tips out there, okay?
Right. Also, June, I'm just thinking, also, if they can find a mentor, particularly a woman instructor, that's huge.
Yes. Yeah, it helps to have a woman instructor, I think. It's not essential, but it helps. Because the woman being taught is more comfortable that way.
There you go. June, you are my hero. I'm just telling you, 80 years old, been shooting competitively for 8 years. Fabulous. I mean, terrific. You call back anytime you want, okay? You have a welcome and open line here, okay?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I will. Okay.
Sounds good. You be safe out there. Thank you so much. Oh, my gosh. Do you not love that? She's 80. She started shooting at 72. She went to the Nationals in 3-gun last year. Hey, you know what? Let me just ask you, what's your excuse? You don't have time? Really? Give me a break. We all got time. If June can do it, anybody can do it. All right, 866-TALK-GUN. We're going to be talking more about this on the backside. What are you doing as far as guns and gun safety and gun training during the coronavirus timeout?